Welcome to the Lone Alpha Wolf story, part 2. In this video, you'll get more detail and depth of why I decided to become a lone wolf for the rest of my life. And why I will be a lone wolf for the rest of my life. This is not a temporary lifestyle for me. And you will get more information on this as you watch the full length of the video. Don't dislike or comment until you watch the full length of the video. Y'all enjoy. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you think. We could agree to disagree about whatever. But this is my choice in life, so whatever you say is really not going to change my mind. But maybe if there's some other lone wolves out there, maybe that's afraid to become a lone wolf or want more information, after you finish watching this video, comment down below and tell me if you want part 3. And tell me if you watched part 1 as well. Y'all enjoy. Salute. My dream was to become a lone alpha wolf. That was my dream. I dreamed about becoming this man the majority of my childhood. The man that didn't need a woman to feel validated. The man that didn't need a bunch of friends to feel important. I've dreamed of becoming this man, and I know the younger me is extremely proud of the man that he has became. Because this was his dream, and I'm doing this for him. Because that's who I value. The young me that I look back on and sometimes cry about how much he had to go through. Not because it's me, but because no young child should have went through all of the stuff that I had to go through. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And I don't have enemies at all. Because anybody that don't like me, that's their fucking problem. I don't have a problem with anybody. I don't hold grudges either. I move on with my fucking life. So if you don't like me, that's just something that you gotta deal with. Because I'm gonna move on. Like I always do. But listen, man. Being a lone wolf is extremely easy. And being a lone wolf feels amazing. When you just put yourself first. Just you. I don't know if y'all understand the game of chess. But see, I grew up as young. And I was extremely good at playing chess. Yeah, not checkers, chess. So I know what I'm doing. Believe that. And I always used to question why the queen was more powerful than the king. And now finding out about this journey, I have realized why the queen is more powerful than the king. See, if you smart, then you already know where I'm headed with this. The queen is more powerful than the king because the king is a simp. The king is a simp. And he values the queen more than his own life. Basically, the queen is like his child. And he just gives her everything and is passing everything on to her, including his life force and his kingdom. Why do you think the queen could go anywhere she fucking want on the board? And the king could only move one fucking piece? Like, what the fuck is the point of the king, bro? I used to get mad about that king shit. I'd be like, yo, I can't even move this king nowhere. This nigga could only go one step? Fuck this nigga. I don't want to use him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like the pawn. If anything, the pawn is a little more powerful. Like, the fuck? Now I understand. The king, just like most men in this world, are fucking weak. Because they value women too much. And they can't stand to be by themselves. They don't like what they see in the mirror. They need to know that there's a woman that likes what they see. Even if that woman is lying to them. Just like most women. Who live their whole life pounding their face with nasty ass makeup that fucks their face up in the long run. But they don't care. As long as that there's at least one man that they know wants to fuck the shit out of them. As long as they know that, then they feel good about themselves. Regardless of how they look. She could be fat as shit and be out of shape. If she knows that there's a man out there that wants to fuck her, then guess what? She's gonna feel good about herself. And she might not even go to the fucking gym now. Now she's like, fuck it, what do I need to go to the gym for? Because people value other people too much. See, I knew I needed to be by myself because I grew up with two parents Well, my mom and my dad wasn't together, but I grew up, my mom and my dad did not value their own life. And I knew that. So I knew eventually when I got to a certain age that I would just be on my own. And guess what? My mom knew that. I remember we had a conversation. And she was like, I feel like when you go on your own, you probably gonna never speak to me again. And guess what? She was fucking right. I don't have no problem with my mother. I just choose not to associate with her. You could live your life how you want to live it. I'm going to live mine how I'm going to live it. You people value women too much. I don't care if she's my grandmother, if she's my mother, my aunt. If I feel like she wasn't showing me enough love, yeah, I forgive you. But I'm going to move on with my life. I'm not going to bring you in the life that I'm creating for myself, because you wouldn't sacrifice your life for me. So just because you're my mother or my aunt or whatever, I'm going to sacrifice my life for you? That I gotta put my all in to build? Nah. Fuck you. Same thing goes for any older men in my life that were not valuing me and that moved on with their life. Fuck them too. I'm gonna move on with my fucking life. And guess what? When I do that, oh, I'm proud of you. And that's how they fucking, that's the fish hook with the bait. When somebody hits you up and say they proud of you, that's how they fucking get your stupid ass. I don't give a fuck who proud of me, nigga. I don't care. Thanks. I appreciate it. But I don't need you to be proud of me. I need to be proud of myself. So if I don't like what I'm doing, but you like it, guess what? It's not going to change how I feel about it. Because I don't value how you feel, because you're not walking in my shoes. You don't really see what I see. That's what a lot of you motherfuckers get fucked up. You know? See, I choose to be a lone wolf because I understand that most men are gay on the low. Yeah, it's about to get real deep. Yeah, this conversation about to get real deep. See, why is it that most men want to be cool with dudes that are gang affiliated? Just like women want to be with dudes that are gang affiliated. Yeah, right? Why is it that most men want to be cool with dudes that have swag and dress nice? Just like women want to be with dudes that have swag and dress nice. Right? But yet a dude like me, I could wear the same outfit for a week. And guess what? People are not really going to be paying me no mind. Because that's just how it works. I grew up like that in high school. I remember in high school, it was people that was fly to me. That's when True Religion was popping. I forgot the name of these jeans, Tavaninis, shit like that. This New York shit, Pele's, Biggie coats. I ain't have none of that. I was the nigga coming to school with Aeropostale. I was the nigga coming to school with Mecca jeans. I didn't even know what the fuck Mecca was, but I knew that my mom got them from the children's place, whatever you call that fucking store. No, Cookies. I don't know, if you're from New York, you know what Cookies is. That's a cheap ass store where mothers and fathers take their kids, if they can't afford it, to go buy them school clothes. I spent the majority of my childhood getting clothes from there. And guess what? Niggas used to tease me all the fucking time because of how I dressed. But guess what? When I saw them, this is what made me an observer. God put me through that for a reason. He wanted to show me something. He was trying to show me something. Because see, sometimes you get lost in the sauce when you in the pot. But see, you can't get lost in the sauce if you over the pot and you overseeing it. So when you're the person that people don't accept and you become an outcast, you get an observer's perspective. So now you have no choice but to watch everything that's going on around you because you're curious. You like, why don't they accept me, but they accept him? Not out of jealousy, but out of curiosity. So guess what? I was trying to figure that out. And I figured it out. Because most men are gay on the low. Like, we men, bro. Why you don't want to be my friend because I don't have swag? That's gay. But yeah, there was a friend that I'm still cool with to this day that accepted me for who I was because I had a personality. And guess what? The majority of my high school went from cracking on me to then stealing me and my homeboys' personality and talking just like us. Right? Because they start seeing that everybody accepted me because of how funny I was. Yeah, I didn't have swag, but I was hilarious. So now everybody want to be my friend again because of my personality. And that's not a bad thing. But I just still couldn't accept those people because I knew how they treated me before they really knew who I was. They judged me because of how I dressed. Just like people will do for their entire life. People will judge you of how you look. Why? Because people don't have the balls to sit down with you and have a man-to-man or whatever conversation. They just go off what they see and they put one and two together like they fucking know something when they don't know shit. Like, yeah, a lot of people might get screwed up because I seem like a very, very nice person. And I seem like I may not be able to hurt a fly because of how much I may smile sometimes and how happy I may seem. Yeah. Except when I get on this camera because I'm giving y'all my passion. This when I get a little more serious because I take this serious. But, you know, motherfuckers may get that fucked up. But guess what? They don't know I have fantasies about killing people. Sometimes I fantasize about that. Because there's certain kind of men in this world that I just don't want to exist. Like men that put their hands on women. Like the man that I watched do that to my mother. Sometimes I still dream about taking his head off his neck. With my bare hands. Sometimes I dream about pulling his eyes out of his head. With my fingers. Sometimes I fantasize about kidnapping him. And torturing him for hours. And all men that put their hands on women. Sometimes I fantasize about taking my 10-inch box cutter and putting my knife in through the front of their throat and come out the back and watch him beg and plead for his life as I stare at him in his eyes and watch his soul leave his body. Yeah, I got that person in me. Sometimes I listen to Michael Myers music all the time. And I just think about hurting people. Yeah. I've been through a lot of stuff, so yeah, my mind might be a little fucked up. It's okay. Because I enjoy that. You do what you do, and I do what I do. Because there's a lot of fucked up people in this world, man. And you can sit here and pretend all you want to, like, oh, don't worry about them. Worry about yourself. Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. That's the stupidest shit I ever fucking heard. Because you can say that until it happens to you. People don't care about nothing until it happens to them. This is why I don't fucking I don't care what you going through or how you feel, bro. Because you only care because it's you going through it. That's all. Because if you wasn't going through it, you'll move on with your fucking life. This is why I don't care what I'm going through. I could tell y'all that I have food stamps. And that it's tough for me to have a job. And I was just working, doing community service with other men that was fresh out of prison. And I got this job through the system. Yeah. And that shit sucked. I was going throughout different projects throughout Brooklyn. And I was cleaning up the neighborhood like night shift. Going in the sidewalks and in the street and cleaning up garbage all day. We'd be outside from 8 in the morning to all the way to 12. Then he'll come pick us up. He was working with sanitation. He'll come pick us up, drop us off at the sanitation. Take a little hour break, go outside again from like 1 to maybe 3. And then that was it. Minimum wage job, 8 hours. Better than nothing, right? So, yeah. You know why I'm so honest? Because I understand that I don't want to lie to people so that they can accept me. I want to tell you the truth, and I want you to not accept me. Why? Because I know that you don't even accept yourself. Anybody that doesn't accept the truth just doesn't accept themselves. And you just have to just move on with your fucking life with those kind of people. See, those people are already dying slow. So you don't even have to worry about those kind of people. Because internally, they are sick and dying. Because they can't come to terms with their own lifestyle and their own living. They don't know how to fix it. So they maybe choose not to believe in God and stuff like that. That's when they get real, real depressed. But see, I choose to be a lone wolf because I know that men are only going to accept me when I bring into fruition my kingdom. And women are only going to accept me when I bring into fruition my kingdom. And then she is going to be insecure about the things that I have accomplished. And she's going to want me to sacrifice something so that she can feel like she's stamped in my life. Yeah. She's going to want to feel stamped. Either I got to impregnate her with my baby, or I got to give her parts of my kingdom just because she's insecure. Nah, I choose to be a lone wolf. I'm not sacrificing nothing, because I know these women wouldn't sacrifice nothing for me. It's all about them. They're children. Most women are children. So I choose to just not be bothered with them. That's why I live my truth. Because I know the truth scares people and the truth hurts. And it takes a while to even be able to accept it, no matter who you are. So I stay away from people that live lies. Because I could look at somebody for 2 seconds and already see that they're living a fucking lie. And that's why most people don't like me. And that's why most people keep their distance. And that's why most people get uncomfortable around me. Because I see you. Yeah, I see you. I don't judge people. But I can't help that I see you. I mean, you're right in fucking front of me. You know? Sometimes I pity these people and I feel bad for them. But then I don't. Because I know they wouldn't do it for me. Because I remember when I was on the other side of the fence. And those same people used to look at me and say, damn, and probably thought my life was fucked. Because I wasn't getting bitches. And I wasn't gang affiliated. And I was getting bullied. They didn't even know I was getting bullied at school. And then I would go home and get bullied at home. Most people wouldn't survive that. But guess what? I knew that if I committed suicide, that would just be me asking for attention. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to build this relationship with God. I'm going to pray all the time and tell him what I want. And I know that he sees that everything I'm going through is foul. So if God really exists, he's not going to allow this to continue. And guess what? Now me and God are closer than ever. And I feel bad for anybody that goes against me. Because if you go against me, you're going against the Most High. And you will pay. And I don't have to even do anything to you. Because karma is more dangerous than I'll ever be. And I fear karma myself. That's why I'm such a good person. And that's why I stay out of trouble. I don't fear anybody. I don't fear somebody that bleeds just like me. But I do fear something that has more power than me that I can't see. You know, this is why you have to be careful of your intentions. Because you think you're the only person that knows what you know and knows what you want to do and why you do it. You don't think there's something out there that is assisting you and helping you? Right? How is it that predator men come across women that are vulnerable? Why? It's because the universe is helping them with that. But they don't realize that. And then when it all comes crashing down, that's also the universe taking it from you. Or giving you what comes with what you wanted. You know? There's always taxes. All I say is be careful. You know? That's why I rather fantasize in my mind about hurting people rather than actually doing it. Because I know if I do it, I will have a price to pay. But see, I won't have a price to pay if I do it in self-defense. That is my only, I guess, way that I would do that. I would never initiate contact with anyone. But if somebody did put their hands on me, say goodbye. That person is RIP. Just that simple. And that's why nobody has yet to put their hands on me. Because they can see it in my eyes that I'm a fucking killer. Don't let the smile fool you. You know? And I love myself for that. Because see, it took me a while to become this person. It took me a while to become the person that everybody has no choice but to respect. Whether they like it or not. And when they choose not to, it's cool. Because I don't forget things. As long as they don't put their hands on me, words don't really affect me. Words are words, and this is why we have to get stronger as men. Because most men are ran by their emotions. We have to stop allowing your emotions to dictate your actions, because that is something that women do. Only women do that. As a man, your job is to stay masculine until another man chooses to disrespect you physically. Then you have all right to take his life. Other than that, leave people alone. Right? That's how I live. Because I can't get mad at somebody for trying to kill me. If I put my hands on them, or if I'm trying to, provoke them, that you're asking for. You're basically suicidal, because you don't really know what no man is capable of. You have no idea. Yeah. This is why I choose to be a lone wolf. I don't trust people because people don't trust themselves, and people don't live their truth. So I choose to live mine alone forever. Why would I want to bring a woman or another man in my life just so they can have PC of what I have? Just to make them feel like they matter to me. When yet, most men want to just compete with me. Most men just want to sleep with the woman I have just because they value her because I'm with her. Yeah. It's kind of weird, right? When all in all, why don't you just fuck that man? Maybe you're gay on the low. Maybe you need to have a conversation with that man and tell him that you want to sleep with him. Because why is it that you want to sleep with his girl? Because that's his girl. The same girl that's sucking his dick and taking his dick raw. And now you want to sleep with her because that's his girl? Yeah, you need to look in the mirror and maybe have a little bit of more of a conversation with yourself and figure out why is that. Because that's not something a straight man should be doing. You need to be taking that same energy. You need to go get your own woman. Regardless of, I would never even sleep with any friend that I've had in my life. I would never even sleep with their ex-girlfriend or anything. Those women don't exist to me. I don't care how pretty she is. I don't care how fat her ass is. Because I live in an abundance mindset. I know that there are plenty beautiful women in this world. And I know that I have plenty options. So sometimes my options get so overwhelming and I have so many women that I can sleep with if I want to, that it gets so overwhelming that I just can't choose. I don't know who to choose. It's too many. Like, I could think off the top of my head right now about 50 women that I know I can fucking sleep with. And I don't want to dig myself down that rabbit hole because once I sleep with one, I'm going to be fucking all these women. And then eventually be on some easy E shit and catch some shit. Nah, I don't trust these women because guess what? 9 out of 10 times, they're not going to want to go the whole 9 and go to the doctor and check if they got this and got that. Nah. So I stay away from them because most women are fucking nasty. But I'm going to end it off there. I feel like I ran it enough. It's part 2. Hope y'all enjoyed. Salute.